New as a 13-year-old, I realized what prioritizing my studies meant. There were times I had to say no to friends. It meant I would say no to family members. It meant saying no. I was, I think, 10 years old when my Masi first told me, "चढ़ते सूरज को सब सलाम करते हैं," and I really took it to heart, and it's something that stayed with me till date. I'm Shivani Sizawal. I'm the co-founder and COO of Fable. Fable is essentially a storytelling company. We work with humanity-centric brands, essentially organizations that are working towards making this world a better place, working for a good cause. And we help them create these emotion-driven stories through films that help them inspire their audience to action. So I think if I talk about my first inspiration, the first time I really got inspired by something, it was when I was 10 years old. I was on this family vacation in Bombay, and one of my uncles, who was a father figure for me, he had taken me to his workplace, and the moment we entered, there was this huge poster of the late Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani, and my uncle was telling me about the kind of work that he's done and the kind of legacy that Mr. Ambani built. And I don't, remember a lot of what he said, but I remember feeling floored. I was in awe, and I was, for the first time in my life, inspired. That spark of, this is what it should be, and that got me thinking, what is my purpose in life? What do I want to do, and what do I want my life to mean? So I started thinking about it, and I thought, I also want to do something that leaves a mark. So I started talking to, elders in my family, getting ideas, and what turned out from that research was that I needed a good job for that, for a good job, a good college, good grades in boards. So also, of course, the conventional wisdom that beta engineering kar lo, best hai. So beta said okay. January of 2008, I was in class 6th. My uncle, who had taken me to his workplace, he passed away. It was at the time quite a shock, and it was quite unexpected, and I think that got me thinking that life is very, very unpredictable. You really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and that was something that pushed me to decide that no time like today. And he passed away in January, and March we had a new session. I went to 7th grade, and I said, this is going to be when I get a hold of everything. I turned my life around, so to say, and I decided to focus on my studies, improve my rank in class. I set various milestones. For example, in my school they had these things like scholar badge, gold medal, and so on and so forth, and I set my eyes on that, and I said, this is what I'm going to do. And I think at that point, although it's class 7th, and everybody whom I spoke to, they were like, abhi to bachchi hai, kya engineering, kya ye, or folks who were not exactly like, let's say, my Masi or mom's age, but folks who were themselves just started working and all that. So they would always dismiss and say, abhi to bachche ho, koi baat nahi, abhi to baad mein bahut time hai sochne ka. But I had already decided, no, nahi hai time. So I really worked hard, and I improved my rank from 16th in class 6th to 4th in class 7th, and 2nd in class 8th, and so on and so forth, and steadily kept on working harder and harder. And I think working hard in those sort of low stake situations really taught me what it means to work hard, to make sacrifices. Like, I have some work to complete, so I cannot meet my friends, I cannot continue certain co-curricular activities that are not adding any value to me. I learned the meaning of sacrifices, albeit on a smaller scale, but those habits formed early helped me make those bigger decisions later on when they were crucial junctures in my life. So two things actually that happened in class 7th that helped me shape my dream better were, first of all, was that we started learning HTML and Visual Basic in computer science, and that was when I actually discovered my love for building things. So at that point I thought, maybe I can use technology, right, to do something that leaves a mark. At the same time, I'd also joined this environment council in my school, and this council was very active, and we had a lot of workshops, a lot of activities, competitions that I took part in, and I saw that it was really satisfying for me to help other folks in whatever capacity. So that's something that I started sharpening my ambition with, which was that I wanted to use technology in order to help people. So that's where I was at, and I decided that computer science engineering is the way to go, and I worked hard over the years. I got into DTU. Now at college it was a whole new world again. Right now, it's not enough to know that you want to do computer science. You have to figure out what exactly you want to do. While I had tried multiple avenues, I hadn't been able to find something and be able to build some real world solution for anything, right? And that's where when the opportunity at Fable came along to join as an early team member, I took it. I knew that the work that I'm doing is what I wanted to do, that aligned with my passion. But as time passed, of course, expectations were very different. So I had a lot of family members sort of emailing me essentially how XYZ has gotten this 1.5 crore Google package or 2 crore Google package in Google, etc. I was just like, okay, very good, congratulations to them, because that was not my primary motivation, right? That was not what I wanted to do or what was driving me. What was driving me was the passion to create something that helped people on a larger scale. At the end of those 2 years, just before my graduation, I was offered the position of co-founder at Fable, and by then I had already had this campus placement offer from OYO, and I decided to forego my placement at OYO for Fable, and of course that was not very well received by a lot of family members, because with good reason they wanted safe, secure, stable future, and something that's just big, in its initial stages is not safe, secure or stable by any means. But I knew that that's where my passion is, and that is what I am going to choose. I think a reason why I was able to stand my ground against n number of advice, suggestions against what I was deciding at that point or what I was doing at that point was because I had seen my mom always prioritize her career, right? She never gave up on that aspect of herself for anything else. So, I think I can just summarize it in saying that her favorite quote is "work is worship," and I didn't really know what that meant up until this point where I was doing something that I was passionate about in people to city. If I had to summarize my learning so far, I would say, first of all, habits need to be built early and consciously. I think I learned as a 13-year-old that prioritizing my studies over everything else meant that I would have to say no to friends. I would have to say no to family members when they wanted me to attend family gatherings or some event. And I knew that later on when I started working at Fable, when I was working 50 to 60 hours a week there and balancing it with college, I knew it would entail sacrifices. Or even later on when, I after graduation, building a business from the ground up, I knew the kind of commitment time-wise that I would have to give is going to entail sacrifices on the family front, on the friends front, on any and every front, and I was prepared to do it. Which brings me to the second point that I think I've learned. It's that you really need to have that sort of an ambition or a dream which really means something for you. It doesn't need to be something grand, but something that means something for you. I think I personally was able to overcome a lot of obstacles, hurdles, because that dream that I had, that goal that I had set for myself, it meant something for me. So, figure out what is it that really sort of lights that spark within you, something that makes you feel alive, something you want to pursue, truly want to pursue because it means something to you, and then chase after it, because we've only got one life. So if not now, then when? If not you, then who?
Tell us what you think about this video, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.